Audio presents the unabridged recording of Outrage by T.R. Ragan, performed by Kate Rudd. The Faith McMann Trilogy is dedicated to people, including Holly Austin Smith, who work tirelessly to raise awareness and increase understanding of human trafficking, and who struggle endlessly to supply services and help to survivors. You are all heroes. For information about trafficking, www.traffickingresourcecenter.org. Today, two cultural forces are converging to make America's youth easy targets for sex traffickers. Primed by the media, their self-worth often negatively affected by the images they are bombarded with, younger and younger girls are adopting adult sexual attitudes and practices. At the same time, thanks to social media, texting, and chat rooms, predators are able to ferret out their victims more easily than ever before. Holly Austin Smith, Walking Prey: How America's Youth Are Vulnerable to Sex Slavery. Chapter 1. Huddled beneath a wool blanket, shivering and cold with brittle leaves and twigs digging into his back, Hudson McMann opened his eyes. Through a makeshift shelter of branches leaning against the biggest tree he'd been able to find, he saw the sun just beginning to peek over the mountain ridge, splashing oranges and reds across the sky. He felt grateful for the sun this morning as he tried to rub some warmth into his arms. If it had been raining or snowing, he wasn't sure he and Joey would still be alive. They had spent the past 2 nights in the mountains. During the first night, they'd heard dogs in the distance, the same dogs the drug dealers used to find runaways. The higher up the mountain he and Joey had gone, the colder it had gotten. Although they hadn't heard the bark of a dog in the past 24 hours, he'd never been more afraid in his life. If they were found, they would probably be shot and killed, like their friend Sean. He was certain of it. Being here in the woods reminded him of Grandpa's war stories. Grandpa had talked about how important it was to keep the men moving, reminding Hudson that they needed to do the same. He shook Joey awake.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?